This video is sponsored by ChemPower.
I've already made a counterpart to this video called 9 Things I Hate About the BYD Seal, and also a full review. I'm going to link those videos down below if you want to see, well, a more balanced video about this car. But today, it's all about giving the BYD Seal a little love because there are a lot of things to love about this car. So today, I'm going to show you the 7 things I love about the BYD Seal. Before I dive into all the things I love about this car, here are some specs for those interested. The Seal is a mid-size saloon that competes with the likes of the Tesla Model 3 and Polestar 2, and it's very competitively priced. Here in Norway, there's only one version available, and that's the all-wheel drive Excellence with all the bells and whistles. It has a usable battery capacity of 82.5 kilowatt hours and is good for a WLTP rated range of 520 kilometers. But to see the actual real-world range, check out my range test done at 120 kilometers an hour. They say it's on an 800 volt architecture, but the nominal pack voltage is only 550 volts and the peak charging speed is only 150 kilowatts. The seating position in this BYD Seal is one of the best seating positions I've experienced in any car recently, like except for my own private vehicle, my Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo. You sit low, you have, this beautiful cabin around you, great visibility, there's enough reach in the steering wheel, and the seats are comfortable. Yeah, this is just a great seating position that should inspire confidence, but because of other features with this car, it doesn't. But at least the seating position is great. You sit low and it does feel sporty in that sense. I already talked about this in my full review, but I think the BYD Seal is actually a very good looking car, period, and maybe the best design to come out to China in recent history. Even these headlights that we have seen on other BYDs actually just work here with the Seal. It has a lot of creases and a lot of lines, and it's just overall a very attractive car. And then you have this DRL light design in front, which is very distinct. So it's kind of cool to see the Chinese manufacturers now coming into their own, not copying anything from the West or anything else from Asia, and just, finding their design language. It's just a very good looking and sharp design. It just looks compact and sporty and sleek, and yeah, I mean, let me know down below, guys. It's just a good looking car, isn't it? Especially in this, light blue color. It just looks right. It would be cool to have this car on an even lower suspension and maybe some big wheels. It would look epic, but yeah, good job, BYD. It looks great. I first saw this shifter in the Sea Lion and I liked it there, and I like it as much here because it's positioned in the center where I really like, to have the gear selector instead of on a stock up here or on the dashboard over there. Having it here is just so intuitive. Drive and then reverse and then park. It's just so easy to use, and it's just so satisfying to use, and it's small and it's stubby and it's just quick and responsive and it looks cool. Yeah, this is one of my favorite gear selectors in any car. I love it. It's the perfect gear selector. So again, great job, BYD. It's all in the details. So on the steering wheel, we have a volume knob, a wheel to turn up and down the volume, which is great. I mean, when a car manufacturer gives you one of these on the steering wheel, I give them a standing ovation, applause, because that is great, especially now with a lot of manufacturers going to capacitive touch buttons or just buttons in general or a slider on the screen. This is just awesome. But BYD don't only give you one, and this is great to use. I really like using it. They give you another one down here, which is even better to use, and is in the perfect position where you rest your arm and you're just cruising. So you can have your left arm on the steering wheel here, and then you can adjust the volume here, or you can have your right arm on the steering wheel here and adjust the volume. I mean, that is just great. Applause, BYD. That's awesome. And talking about buttons and physical knobs, this car has a lot. So you have your ADAS controls over here, you have your audio, trip computer and stuff like here, or not your trip computer, but your your driver display there. This car doesn't have a proper trip computer. You can see my 9 things I hate about this vehicle to find out more. But yeah, proper switches down here. You have your trunk release there, window switches, you have your mirror switches also down here. You have your gear selector, you have, snow mode, you have your different drive modes, you have your start stop, your park, auto for your HVAC, and yeah, a lot of shortcut buttons. I just commend BYD for not going the full on-screen touchscreen route. There are a lot of functions on the screen that I wish were physical buttons, but at least there are a lot of physical buttons and knobs and controls and stocks. So applause BYD. I'm never going to complain when a car manufacturer gives you a lot of buttons, and they have, and I absolutely love that. Some of the cabin details in this car are just beautiful, like the DIN audio speaker grill with this grab handle to open up the door is just a really nice design. I really like this type of faux carbon fiber here, the vents, and looking at the door over there again, just how that ambient lighting strip goes there on the door. Just overall really cool details in the cabin, like the quilted pattern on the seats, the embossed BYD logo. Overall, just a cool cabin with a lot of details. You have stitching on top of the dashboard, blue and black stitching. Like overall, like the details in this cabin are pretty darn awesome for being this type of vehicle. So kudos to BYD with the design of this, and especially the details. Yeah, it's all in the details with this car. So this has a DIN audio sound system, which just actually sounds pretty awesome.
Every single day I feel the pressure. Double up the work, let's make it extra. Working so my mother get a rest, yeah. Working like I never knew I'm blessed, yeah. Every single day I feel the pressure. Diamonds in my eyes, I know I'm special.
So because the cabin is quite at speed, even at motorway speeds, and the sound system is awesome, like listening to music in this car is just great. And you don't have to fiddle around with the settings. Like just, I think I put it into dynamic mode, didn't adjust anything, and it just sounds great out of the box. And that can't be said of most sound systems. So that is pretty awesome.
Kempower offers some of the best DC fast chargers in the world with their unique, sleek, and modern load balancing charging satellites. The small satellites translates to elegant and streamlined charging locations. When you pull up to a Kempower charging station, you don't have to think about connecting to a charger that delivers the correct speed for your car. The Kempower load balancing chargers automatically will allocate the correct power to your car, maximizing the efficiency of the charging site. When connected, Kempower chargers have a QR code you can scan, so this way you can easily monitor the charging session remotely regardless of payment method. That is just super cool. A huge thanks to my friends at Kempower in Finland for sponsoring this video.
So there we go, guys. Those are the 7 things I love about the BYD Seal. If you want to see what I don't like about this car, I'm going to link a video called 9 Things I Hate About the BYD Seal. Well, to give you a little bit more perspective. But yeah, it's a great looking car, isn't it? Yeah, also good in a lot of other ways. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop me a thumbs up down below. And for more car content, as always, please subscribe. See you guys later and goodbye.